One morning, the boyfriend of one of my staff walks into my hotel and up to my desk and offers to put me into the hospital. It wasn't exactly on my agenda that morning, but what he didn't know is that I'd been prepared for what he wanted to do for over 20 years. You see, that's me up there, transforming one of my fellow teachers, using the martial art Aikido, into what she likes to call the blur. Aikido, it's not about fighting. It's about building character, becoming the best that I can be. And for some, including myself, it's a path to studying peace. But I got to tell you, that morning, me and my little black belt ego wanted to kick some serious ass. And if things went wrong, I could just as easily turn the guy in front of me into another one of those blurs. See, that incident began that morning when his girlfriend, my employee, showed up for work. She was one of my favorites. I was stunned when she walked in with purple bruises on her arms, a black eye, and a big fat split lip. When I asked her what happened, she said, I fell down the stairs last night. I'm just a klutz. She's no klutz. She didn't become one of my best by falling down stairs. Somebody put those marks on her. I had kept cards for the battered women's shelter at the time and given them out to women in the past and her that morning in hopes that they'd use them and get some help. And as she walked off, I asked myself the question, what could I do or say to help her and other women understand it just wasn't worth staying in relationships like that? And later that morning, a guy walks into my lobby and up to my desk and asks to see his girlfriend. How ironic, it was him. And there was no way I was going to let him see her. From experience, it didn't turn out well. I said, come back later. Excuse me, he said. I said, come back later in the day. We're awfully busy. Pick her up when she's done. You can see her then. Maybe it's something I said, the way I said it. He looked at me. The last time one of her bosses said something like this, I put him in the hospital for 3 days. You ready for that? Well, as a matter of fact, I was. But not in the way he thought. Really? And what seemed like 5 minutes was only a couple of seconds. I had two voices going off inside my head. One, you've got hundreds of techniques under that belt. Use one or two. Give him a taste of what he gave her. Crush him. He deserves it. The other voice, a little gentler, said, Tom, sit down and have a talk with him. Let him know it's not nice to beat up ladies. There's better ways to manage your life, his life. And besides, even if you do thrash him around a little bit, you won't be any better than him. The founder of Aikido, Morihei Ueshiba, said, when I injure my opponent, I really hurt myself. And the true art of peace is overcoming my own personal aggression. He helped me understand that my mind is either the best tool I've got or maybe my worst enemy. And that time I realized the real challenge wasn't the guy in front of me, it was up here. And in the few microseconds that I had left, I needed to make a decision. So I didn't follow the advice of either voice. I chose a middle path. I saw what you did. I grabbed a pen and a piece of paper. Here, sit down and write her a note. And he did. When I told this story to a friend of mine who teaches kids, she said, well, that's what we do with children when they're fighting. We sit them down and have them write something. Simple, huh? It's about presence and stance. In Aikido, our stance is called a kamae. And when I hold that powerfully, I may not win, but I'll never lose. And said another way, and you don't have to have a black belt for this, when we hold powerful presence in our lives from our heart, I believe that we may not be right, but we'll never be wrong. Presence, I think that's required to live a rich and powerful life. The ladies from Haven reminded us that it takes just one person to make a difference in somebody's life. And I know some of you out there have been that one. We need more. By the way, the boyfriend, he never came back, ever. And the girlfriend, my employee, she worked for me for a long time, never came back with this, or anything, anywhere on her body. Thank you very much.